What's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here. This is the second video of the day I am going to be posting, and I'm going to be posting a little bit of an update of what I am doing. In Standard again, and another build I have basically finally got around to completing. It is complete all the way up into the point of I have basically everything I need for it done and finished. Only thing I really need is to get original frenzy rings, but as of now, there's really not a lot that I can beat what I have, so. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Let's go ahead and go over a few things and kind of show you guys what exactly we got going on. Now, this build in large gave me an excuse to run my run one of my favorite armors, and that is kind of what drove me to do it, along with having gear in almost every single slot that I had that was needed to make the build work. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to my my new pride and joy, my frenzy stacking raider. And as you can see here, we have 12 frenzies and 5 endurance charges. Now, if we go over our gear, we'll start with the helmet. We have an Asenath's Chant with power charge corruption. Basically, we don't care about the enchant or the other corruption. All we care about is the fact that it's an Asenath's Chant and it has +1 max power charge. In it, we have Sniper's Mark, Frostbite, power charge on crit, and Hydrosphere. This allows us to generate all of our power charges relatively fast, because Hydrosphere ends up proccing very, very frequently. We have a dex stacking bow here with T1 flat cold, gain fizzes cold, +1 max frenzy, crit chance quality, and then attack speed when you're near a rare unique enemy. This allows us to have really, really high attack speed whenever we fight bosses. We are using 2 +1 max frenzy rings. They're both mirrored off of a friend of mine. He was nice enough to sit there and divine them to perfection. Each of these rings has the -9 on them instead of the -7, so they are legacy all around, with a lot of life, a lot of res, a lot of overall just good stats with max frenzies. So that's really good for us. Our armor is Replica Feral's Fur with +2 socketed AoE. This allows our ice shot to hit 22. We can get 23 with a 21-23, but all of my 21-23s are on other builds, so we have decided against this, or decided for this. We have links for anomalous crit damage, added cold, ice shot, elemental damage with attacks, ice bite support, and hypothermia. Ice bite support by itself, if we look at the difference and go here, what is it? I believe it's this one right now. This is a 31k, and it moves up to 43k. So, or more than that actually. Yeah, sorry, it's 310,000 up to 430,000. That's wrong, Jim. 318,000. Oops. 445,000, 436,000. Okay. So yeah, that's a lot of tooltip. We are still using the Replica Hero's Truth, and for good reason. Replica Hero's Truth is still few and far between one of the best amulets you can use. It's budget, it gives you crit multi, it gives you cold damage, leeches life, it gives you flat cold, a little bit of dex, and the biggest thing is it grants level 22 hatred and gives you hatred reserves 50% less mana. Now, we are currently using this, but I am not using this for a specific reason. I'm only using it because I like it, and it gives me another arrow. Being a raider, I need that extra arrow very, very badly. Our single target setup is in our bow, which is Ice Shot, Barrage Support, Elemental Damage with attacks, multiple totems, Focus Ballista, Ballista Totem. Now, we do this because we have so much frenzies that when we start firing, we just sit there and delete bosses with that. I will say on console, you will see and be able to basically delete anything and everything that you need to right there. Our boots are dark gray vectors. They are low roll, unfortunately, but they do have +1 maximum endurance charges. Our gloves are +1 max frenzy gloves, which I got lucky and annulled the crit modifier on the prefixes or suffixes and added aspect of the cat on. Now I can recraft these for a better spare, but as it sits, there's not really a point to do so. We have cast 1 damage taken a mortal call here just for the kicks, so we can take a little bit more damage, and because we have 5 endurance charges, we are really tanky. Normally with 25% damage reduction, we don't have a lot of life, and our reses are almost exactly capped with our endurance charges. We do have a less duration support socketed in our gloves because it has aspect of the cat, and that's how you see our aspect rotating over and over. And our movement speed is really fast. We basically zoom through maps really quick. We fire very quick. And we have 4 arrows with our Dying Sun. Because we're a raider, this is the route we have chosen to go. Now I am still using the Hydrosphere fun stuff, but I will say that it's relatively strong, but it's not the be-all end-all. If I go here, I am taking 1 pierce right here. This pierce allows me to use the Hydrosphere as best as I can to get as much damage. But without further ado, let's go ahead and show you a little bit about the build, or how the build performs. Our belt's pretty simple. It's just skill effect duration and movement speed. Headhunter, that is. So let's go Lexadoris. We're gonna pop in Delirium. Looks like people are arguing again. Looks like one of my friends has posted or messaged me. I'll get back to him shortly.
This is all an illusion.
Looks like we got lucky and we got that whole 4 thing to pop. So this is the playstyle that I was telling you about. I do have the sound on, and you'll be able to see how laggy this build gets on console. As you can see, things are being deleted really easily. I don't have any issues on any content. I have taken this into a Cyrus fight. It was a bit laggy, but I was able to complete it. Now, one thing I will say is, because you are prone to lag on this build, you may want to invest in a setup for cast on Death Portal, just so you can always have a portal up. Now this is the same map I did on my other character. If you can't tell, I am able to zoom through it. Oh, we don't have corrupted blood on our character. We haven't gotten that far yet. And after this, I will go over the tree and everything and jewels. But I just wanted to show off the character's performance and build first this time, just because this is something I've spent quite a few leagues trying to perfect. And that's the lag I'm talking about. You end up shooting so many projectiles so fast that your whole thing just lags. We got one splinter that time, that's unfortunate. Blast, trap damage. Oh, okay. I probably should have potioned there, but as you saw, we have the damage to do this relatively easy. Now, I haven't tested this on 100% deli map or anything of that sort, but I have been able to do all kinds of content with it, from Uber Elder to Shaper, and I haven't tested Maven yet. I don't have any Maven Writs, but I will eventually get Maven Writs, so once I get to that point, that'll be a fun thing to do. Let's go ahead and go over our tree real quick. We are standardized shot path. We are going all the way up like we normally do. We are taking the life and assassination. We go up this path just so we can get that extra node to get the extra int because we're int starved in our build. And then we go back here for our Rain of Splinters. This Rain of Splinters is giving us 2 additional projectiles on our totems, along with 39% reduced totem damage, which is fine because we have such high damage. We can deal with that. We have Frenetic for our frenzy charges. We have one cluster here, which is a quad res cluster, fire, lightning, cold lightning, that is helping us stay capped. We have our dodge nodes that we normally take, our survivalist and res nodes, our projectile damage and pierce, our Heartseeker, our 1 inspired learning, fervor, herbalism, King of the Hill Master Fletcher, lethality, utmost swiftness, thick skin, wind dancer, point blank, a 7-point voices attached to a Watcher's Eye with base crit, split personality with strength dex, split personality with dex int, savagery for another frenzy charge, disciple of slaughter so we can get frenzies, attack speeds, movement speed, and everything per frenzy charge. A triple multi, I believe. Let's see, multi-elemental, multi-cold, no, double multi. Endurance charge here. Now what I could do is I actually could do this, which is regen per endurance charge, area of effect per endurance charge, so on and so forth, but I don't really need all these extra nodes right now. We're only level 93, so we have room for improvement. And let's go ahead and finish off this map boss. Let's see, no. 2 exalts and 4 shards for, what is this, a chaos damage? Yeah, I'll use, buddy. I have actually a couple of these, so I'm okay with this. There you go. I'll put this away later because my dump tab right here is full. And just in this case, you'll be able to see how fast my character moves.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Might I unburden?
this is what it looks like when you have all your totems out. Alright. And we have a total of 5 totems. We can get 6 with one more notable. We have decided against it. But yeah, that's the build. And this is the build I decided to use the Ballista Totem, Focus Totem support on. I really, really love this setup. It is insane damage on bossing, but as you saw in my before I died, I actually lagged a little bit. So just as a heads up, if you're going to be doing this setup, be warned, you will lag, and chances are you will die. If you're doing, like, for example, Hunter or Tarox, as long as you are able to listen to audio cues, you're able to dodge in time. Even if you lag, you can still, like, dash. On a PS5, you are able to do it a lot easier and not worry about a whole lot. But on a PS4, which is what I have, well, excuse me, you just end up dying. Without further ado, this has been Chaos-Reighn. I hope you guys did enjoy this whole build guide video, and I do hope you guys enjoy, you know, me basically showing you guys my passion projects and everything like that. And if you have any questions or any kind of comments or any kind of advice, I am more than receptive to anything like that, along with content guides. I am more than receptive on that. Without further ado, this has been Chaos-Reighn, and as always, everybody, take it easy and have a good one.